I have no reason to want him to leave Liverpool. The words of Arne Slot, who's having face-to-face talks with Mo Salah today about his Liverpool future. The Egyptian king had suggested tomorrow's game against Brighton could be his last for the club. But we've asked Slot, who made the call to drop Salah earlier this week.
We've decided as a club, and I was part of that decision, not to take him towards the Inter Milan game. I'm always in contact with them, but when it comes to the decision-making of the lineup or the squad, they always leave that open to me.
Elsewhere this Friday afternoon, Arsenal won't be selling Gabriel Jesus in January. That's according to Mikel Arteta. He returned to action this week after spending 332 days out with a knee injury. As Pep nears 10 years at City, his number two, Kolo Touré, says the Spaniard isn't showing any signs of slowing down.
The energy that he still has is incredible every day. The passion he brings in every meeting, in the training session, he's enjoying himself every single day.
City are at Palace on Sunday. Elsewhere today, Evan Ferguson returning early from his loan at Roma is always an option for Brighton. That's according to Fabian Hertzler. Ferguson scored again in Roma's 3-0 win at Celtic as Wilfred Nancy tries to stay positive following his second loss on the spin. Neil Warnock isn't too sure about Nancy, though.
You can't be flippant. He was almost flippant. He was almost, I'll do it my way and I'm not bothered about this. Well, you've got to care. You've got to... I just thought, like Ferguson said, they didn't look as though they knew what they were doing, did they?
England fans are telling us the prices of World Cup tickets are putting them off heading across the pond next summer. Ian Holloway wants FIFA to explain why it costs so much.
Just keeping humble, but what on earth is this all about? There is no justification for these prices. The cheapest ticket's nearly 200 quid. That is so wrong on any level. There is no need of it.
talkSPORT understands the cheapest ticket for the final will cost more than $3,000. To F1 now, where Mohammed Ben Sulayem's been re-elected as the president of the FIA for a second term till 2029. And England may not want him, but Lancashire do. Sir James Anderson will be the Red Roses Red Bull captain next summer. He turns 44 in July.
Well, Matt, the last hour of our show, and a Friday means, of course, Friday Night Live, the TNT Sports and talkSPORT hour. Every Friday, myself and Darren Bent will be joined by TNT Sports pundits, presenters and commentators from across the sporting world. Football, rugby, cricket, MotoGP, tennis, UFC, and much, much more. Still to come on our show in the last hour, we'll be joined by my mate, snooker legend Jimmy White. But first, we're delighted to be joined in the studio by French football expert and TNT Sports pundit, Julien Laurens. Bonjour.
Bonjour, boys. You okay?
Très bien. Je veux 3 kilos de pêche.
What do you want?
Je veux 3 kilos de pêche.
A kilo de pêche. Okay.
Oui.
Yeah? You like... That's
Oui.
your favourite fruit?
Oui.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
That's not bad.
That is 5 years of public school right there. That's all I've got. How are you and I? I was just chatting to you in the break. I've spoken to you for years and years and years.
I know.
And I've never met you before.
I know.
And when I saw you, I didn't know it was you. I thought, don't take this the wrong way, but I thought you were much, much older.
Really?
Yes.
I'm 45 years old.
You
That's
look
old enough, man.
fantastic.
Thank you very
How
much.
are you? It's lovely to finally meet
I
you.
know. You're more handsome in real life than...
Oh, Julian, come on,
We're
man.
friends for life.
Yeah, come on, man.
Julian, sometimes the truth hurts people.
I know, of course.
Are you, how long are you over here? What are you doing?
No, I live here. I live in...
Oh, you live in
yeah,
there,
I live
do
in
you?
North London, yeah.
Oh, wow,
so
okay.
I go to Paris a lot for games
Of
and to
course,
cover
yeah, for
things.
TNT Sports.
Yeah, for TNT, the men's Champions League, Women's Champions League, all of that. But yeah, home is here now. It's been for 20 years now. I came for 6 months and I've still been here.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to have you in. Have you met Ben? I'm sure you met Ben.
Oh, we've done loads of shows together.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
think I even see you one time when I was running. So I was doing a hit class, sprinting.
Yeah.
Julian, like,
Yeah, in Camden, wasn't it? I go to do a show there and then
How
we
bizarre.
bump into each other. Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. We love sneakers as well, so we sneak ahead. So we
well,
share
three of
that.
us. What have
Yeah,
got
you too as well, yeah.
Oh, well, only since I've known Benny. What have you got on you?
I only have like Pata Air Max 1.
Oh, okay, well, I know what they are.
Not
So
bad, yeah.
You'd have said that a year ago, I wouldn't have a clue what you were talking about, but now I know.
No, he's good. He's the best. He's the
Cool,
best.
annoyingly, yeah. I'll tell you how annoying it is. I'll tell you. So I'm so obsessed with trainers, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get home and I'll sit on the couch, Mrs. will be watching Coronation Street or whatever, and I'll just have the iPad up and I'll be flicking through it, and then I'll spend half an hour going through trainers, right?
Right.
And I'll find a pound, oh my, they're unbelievable. One day maybe they'll like be £1 million
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'll text Benny going, you ever seen them? 10 minutes later, there'll be a picture of him holding them.
Does he help you? Because one day he said to me, if you need any help, just tell me. I know people, I've got my guys. So one day I thought, yeah, I wanted this it's true. Travis Scott. And he goes, yeah, let me get back to you. I'm still, my phone is still...
hey, I'm still trying to. I'm still trying.
He is a disgrace.
I'm trying for him.
No, it's hard. He must have so many people asking.
I'm trying for him. Julian, you got to the top of the list. Top of the list.
Julian, there is no list. Let me tell you now, there ain't no list that you're top of.
I know it's top. Look,
How long you and Benny?
Ugo's on.
Everybody's top on his list.
Ugo's on me as well.
Why don't you just say to people I can't do it?
I'm trying.
How long goes that,
It's
Julian?
not easy. It's not
Julian,
easy.
how long goes that?
Maybe a year ago when we did a few of those Arsenal...
Inside Gooners.
the YouTube
they're coming
show
en
that
route.
we
Oh, he
do.
told Farrell Williams he was going to give him a pair of trainers to raffle off. Still hasn't done it.
That's coming. Julian's top of the list now.
She's top of the list as well.
What's
You're top, then Farah, then...
Yeah.
Sorry, Hugo.
Then everyone else. But listen, last question on trainers because I'm a little bit obsessed. What's your favourite pair?
Travis Scott. Yeah, I love those.
Which one?
I just got the black ones.
nice.
The fragment one are amazing.
Megament, no?
Just funny, sorry.
I would never get them.
The black Travis Scott, we saw them in when I took you to Flight Club.
Yes.
10 grand.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Where are they going with that?
They're not that much.
No, they're not.
Wait.
You can get them about 2 now.
Yeah, probably.
Much cheaper.
Hey, listen to him now.
I'm right though, aren't I? I'm right though.
I love that.
Right, we've got lots to talk to you about. Let's start off by having a little look back on the weekend's Champions League action. Of course, it took place across TNT Sports. Real Madrid lost 2-1 at home to Man City. Reports suggesting that the manager, Xabi Alonso, has Sunday's game to save his job. Madrid have won 2 of their last 8 games. Now, you cover the Champions League for TNT Sports. You've seen plenty of Madrid. Can you see why Alonso is under so much pressure?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people could say, it's so early, he's just arrived, he's trying to change a little bit the mindset of that team and the way they play, and that's probably where the problem is. When you come after Carlo Ancelotti and before that Zinedine Zidane, who are very much managers and not coaches per se, it's all about relationship with players and managing those egos, make sure that everybody's happy and all of that. And you go from that to Xabi Alonso, part of this new wave of coaches who are proper coaches. It's all about details and margins and structure, and when the ball is there, I want you to do this, and very much more demanding than cool Carlo, really. And I think, I'm not sure if this squad currently at Real Madrid is ready for that. I'm not even sure Florentino Perez is ready for that. I think he was very happy with a coach like Carlo. The problem is, if you move away from those new waves of coaches like Arteta, like Xabi Alonso, for example, those kind of guys, the Carlo Ancelottis of this world, they're not there anymore.
No.
This is the old generation. Zidane, Carlo, Del Bosque, those kind of guys. So I'm not sure where they would go, but it's not so much that Xabi Alonso is not good enough. It's just his style of manager is not maybe suited to this club where this is the biggest player power that you would ever see in Europe, bigger than anywhere else. The players decide very much what happens at Real Madrid, not the manager.
Is it a case of the egos in this dressing room? Because they have got some big players, of course, and arguably one of the biggest is Vinicius Jr., and he's been brilliant. But I said it yesterday on the show, I feel like since that whole, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, he hasn't been the same player as he was before that. Is he almost a problem as well for Xabi Alonso? Because they've got this kind of uneasy relationship.
Yeah, do you remember the Classico when he played really well and then stormed off when he saw his number, went straight to the dressing room, the tunnel, then came back up, but you could read on his lips that he was not happy in what he was saying, and we thought after that he would leave the club, and it seems like this still is not been resolved, but Xabi Alonso is not that kind of guy anyway. He's got his way, his methods, and then if you don't want to be part of it, then he doesn't really care that much. He's a very different guy to Carlo Ancelotti would be with Vinicius. And I can understand why Vini misses Carlo, no problem. But it's either you're on board with Xabi Alonso and his ideas and everybody goes in the same direction, or you have to change.
In Spain, of course, you can't win, if you're Real Madrid, you can't win the Champions League and La Liga every single season, right? Because you've got Barcelona there, to name but one. So you've got two of the biggest powerhouses in world football. So there will be seasons which one of them misses out. What gets you the sack, or what saves your job if you're Real Madrid? Is it winning the league title, or is it winning the Champions League?
I think it's more what the players feel and what they want. And I think Florentino, players go straight, some of those bigger stars, go straight from them to Florentino, to your president. There's a lot of clubs where that doesn't happen. A guy in the dressing room can't get hold of the president to badmouth the coach. In there, that's why I talked about player power, because this is how that club is run. No problem. Florentino listens to the players. If they don't feel the manager, he goes, okay, we need a change here. I would rather keep Bellingham and Mbappe and Vinicius happy than have Xabi Alonso happy and the players unhappy. So this is it. And
can I ask, does he have any choice whatsoever in team selection?
No.
He doesn't?
Not that far. No. But then, for example, Fede Valverde, who's the club captain, who's been a great servant to that club, plays a right back because they've got so many injuries as well. And this is the other thing. They're losing and they're not winning games because they've got, I think, 10 or 11 players out between the suspensions and the injuries for this game against Alaves. So that's part of the problem. But Valverde plays a right back. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to play there. He said many times. So he's not happy when Xabi Alonso plays him there. And it's very difficult, I think, for Xabi Alonso to try to get this team and those players to do what he wants. Two wins in 8, like you said, Andy, earlier, that usually gets you the sack at Real Madrid. Right now, they're waiting because even if they lost to City, the performance was not bad overall, I thought. But the loss before against Celta Vigo was dreadful. And if they were to lose again to Alaves this weekend by not being good, there's no doubt he would go.
What do you think is not easier, but what can you see Real Madrid this season achieving? Could they win the Champions League or La Liga? Which one do you think they've got more chance of winning?
La Liga for sure, I think. I think the top teams in Europe are maybe too good for them now. It's still a disjointed team. I mean, Mbappe has scored 25 goals already. This is in all competitions. The next one is Vini with 5. You just can't rely on one player like that. And again, it's give the ball to Mbappe and then he's going to do his thing and he's fine. Bellingham is still trying to find his best position in this new format, new system. Vini, as we said, is hot and cold and most than not happy. Rodrigo, we didn't see all season. He started against City and played well, to be fair, but then we hadn't seen him. Hendrick, the same. That midfield, how does he work? With Gula, with Chouameni, with Camavinga, what do you put Valverde? There's all those question marks, and until that's resolved, I don't think they will be able to cope with the top teams in Europe.
We got you for the full hour.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to talk to you for that full hour as well. We've got so much to do. I'm so excited you're in the studio with us.
Thank you.
Remember, TNT Sports is the only place to watch every big competition with over 700 matches broadcast live, including the UEFA Champions, Europa and Conference League, the Premier League, and the Men and Women's FA Cup. More from Julien when we come back, and the whirlwind Jimmy White will be joining us live after this.
and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
And in case you're wondering, we were talking about trainers in the break. Yes, this is Friday Night Live, TNT Sports and talkSPORT Hour with Justy. All on the app today, and you could win one of millions of prizes. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. It's me, Andy Goldstein, former 100 Club member Darren Bent.
I'm a former one.
I don't know.
Former.
You're still current.
Should I take a couple away from you?
You're still in the club, aren't you?
Still in there, yeah.
Imagine,
hanging on, man.
Oh, imagine if they look back at them, VAR'd them, and 2 or 3 or 4 weren't it.
I'm telling you, there'll be more than that.
Okay, 10. Former. We have got a legend in the studio, French football expert, TNT Sports and sneaker freak, Julien Laurens is with us as well. Still to come, we'll be asking Julien how the World Cup ticket prices have gone down across Europe. My goodness. But this year's snooker shootout is well and truly underway in Blackpool, and you can watch it live across TNT Sports. Let's get more on this now and find out what's happened so far, as we're joined by the greatest snooker player ever to pick up a cue, in my opinion, TNT Sports pundit, the legend that is Jimmy White. Jimmy, good evening to you.
Hi, Andy. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. How are you? You all right? You well?
Yeah, good as gold, thanks.
Thanks for coming on, Jim. Where are you? What are you up to? What are you doing?
We're just in the Blackpool Tower. It's just got announced that the shootout's going to be here. You presented it many years ago. You know, it's a fantastic venue. So all the players, all delighted it's going to stay here.
Listen, for those who don't really know too much about the snooker shootout, can you tell us a bit more about it? Because it's not a normal snooker event, is it, Jimmy?
No, it's absolutely crazy. At the beginning, it was just about prize money. Now it's got ranking points. Well, it is a 10-minute frame. The first 5 minutes is 15 seconds on the shot clock, and then the next 5 minutes is on 10 seconds. So you've really got to be quick. So it's quick fire action. You know, some of the players years ago, it'd take them 15 seconds to queue up, let alone play a shot.
Jimmy, you and I were there for its conception all those years ago. I can't remember how long ago, but I think it was where you are now in Blackpool. And at the time, it wasn't a ranking event. It was just a bit of fun, because it is a little bit of potluck, right? The rules aren't normal rules, and if you foul, you can put the white ball anywhere on the table, etc. But now it is a ranking event, and there's 50 grand on the line as well. What's your view on that?
Well, I don't agree it should be a ranking event, but I also you've got to give these lower ranked players a chance to earn some money, and also get like, if they got got to the final and got 30 grand, it shoots them up in the rankings, you know, because it's all about trying to get in the top 32 for these young lads who are coming through. So in that respect, it's a good event. When it first started, when I done it with yourself and the great late Willie Thorne, it was just the lads getting together, more or less, all sort of just having a bit of fun and playing for prize money. But when it gets to the last 8, last 4 in the final, obviously it's big business, because it can put someone right up, as I said, in the rankings.
I mean, it's 50 grand, I think, on the line for the winner. I mean, do the top pros take it really seriously?
Well, a few of them are in it, like Sean Murphy's in it, Stuart Bingham. A few players didn't play in it this year because they've done okay, like Mark Selby just won the UK Championships. But, you know, 20 grand, 50 grand, you know, could get them into these invitational events like in Shanghai, the Masters, where it's only top 16. So it's big money for a lot of players, top and lower ranked players.
Jim, you mentioned Sean Murphy there. He knocked in a 147 in this competition. I can't remember. I think it was last year or the year before. He did it recently.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
I do think that is a moment in snooker that's not talked about enough. Because when you've got a shot clock and you're knocking in a maximum, and a couple of reds towards the end of that break were virtually not unpottable, but they were frightening if you had, any amount of time, let alone a shot clock. It was one of the great 147s, wasn't it?
Make no mistake, we talk about Ronnie O'Sullivan's 147 in 5 minutes, 20 seconds. For Sean Murphy to do it in 10 minutes, it took him 8 minutes, but, under the noise of the crowd, because it's not like a normal snooker audience here. Everyone's shouting and screaming all the way through it, so it's a different environment altogether. So that was an absolute feat. I don't think that'll ever be done again.
What I don't even want to ask this to you, but what happened to you? I mean, no good. You lost to Oliver Brown. I didn't see them actually not get a chance.
Well, I potted the brown, I smashed into all the reds, I potted the red in the middle, and then all of a sudden I'm stretching with the rest. At my age, I don't move that quick anymore either, Andy, so I just missed the red on 13 and I didn't really get another go. But my snooker's good at the moment. I just opened a club in Woking called the Jimmy White Sports Lounge, so I'm practicing a lot more, and I'm enjoying that side of it as well. You know me, I still love the game. I can still make 147s, but I'm not as consistent as I was.
What are your aims nowadays, Jim? Because snooker's getting tougher and tougher, right? And it is a young man's sport. So what are your aims now when you start a season?
Listen, I love it. For me, it's, I can't wait. I know I'm going to go deep in one very soon. If I didn't think I couldn't win, I wouldn't play. And as I said, opening this club, it's given me sort of a new lease for practicing with some young players and, getting my game together. My ambition this year is to qualify for Sheffield.
Okay. I mean, that would be fantastic if that happened. Let's talk about some of the young brigade coming through. Who's caught your eye so far?
Well, Ruiza, he got beat today by Dave Gilbert. He's an absolute top-class player. Our world champion, Xing Tong, there's not a better ball striker. And O'Sullivan, during last year's World Championship, he got to the semi-finals, never played anyone who played any good against him. As soon as he played Ying Tong, he got beat, went away to Dubai, got a new cue, and he's been playing really well, but he's not been playing in enough tournaments, so he's not match sharp. But snooker's never been in a better shape. There's so many good players coming
Let me ask you about his new cue. I'm getting deep here now, but I love snooker. I've heard him talk about this cue, right? And it was made by a fellow pro. I'm guessing you've had a little shot or two with it.
Yeah.
What's so amazing about
it? Sunny Akani. Sorry, Andy, to interrupt. It's made by Sunny Akani. He made 2 147s in one match in Saudi Arabia. We know how good O'Sullivan is, and make no mistake, he's happy with his cue. So he'll be there or thereabouts coming to the Masters and the World Championships.
Okay, a couple of questions then, let you go, Jimmy. Looking back at the UK from last weekend, we saw Selby beat Judd Trump. I know that Selby's been talking about the possibility of maybe a 5th world title. Has he got a 5th in him? Could he get to 7 and equal Stephen and Ronnie's, do you think?
Well, I don't see why he couldn't win another one. You've only got to be sort of consistent for them 17 days. I got to 6 finals and got pipped. But with Mark Selby, the way he's been playing, won the champions. He's won the UK Championship. He's been very consistent this year, and he works very hard. And he deserves what he gets. Of course he can win it. Trump's trying to find a bit of form, but it's all on the day. The World Championship sorts it out because it's over longer frames,
Yeah. 2 questions, then I'll let you go, Jim. How's your family? Everyone all right? Grandson all right?
Yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I had my 9th grandchild the other day from my daughter Breeze, and also my grandson, he's doing really well at the cricket, Ralphie Albert. We're waiting for his call up for the World Cup under-21s. We should get that information on Monday. So the household of the Whites are all buzzing.
Amazing. Last question, a question I never thought I'd ever ask you, but over your left shoulder, why have you got ET there?
Because we're in Blackpool Towers, and we thought we'd show you this amazing place of these props are everywhere.
What are they used for? Just random props about?
Andy, I don't know. You know me. I just don't
Jim, I lovely to speak to you again. Thanks so much, pal. I love you.
Good to talk to you, man. I'll speak to you soon. Give us a ring.
I will. See you soon, Jimmy.
Bye, man.
Thanks, man. There you go. The legend that is Jimmy White. Love talking to Jimmy.
You love him, didn't you?
He's great. You know what? Whenever I've been lucky enough to work with Jimmy for many a year. Whenever you go out with him, he's like going out with one of the Rolling Stones. And if you go into a pub with him, which I've done many a time, he never has, like, people are fighting to buy him a drink.
Are they?
It's incredible. He's a proper superstar.
He's a legend. Yeah.
He's a
Are
legend.
they doing the same for you? They fighting to buy you a drink?
No, but I'll just go order 2. Yeah. And then we share it. Still to come, we'll be asking Julian how World Cup ticket prices have gone down across Europe. Not very well, I imagine. First up, it's time for No Googling. We want to know which club has been relegated from the Premier League the most times and how many. Good question. Which club has been relegated from the Premier League the most times and how many? The answer to that and more from the three of us right after this.
Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead. Take that, Birmingham. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Crystal Palace's nickname came from an extreme makeover. They were having a nightmare run in the 70s, and when they were relegated, their manager, Malcolm Allison, wasn't having it. I know what will make us better, he thought, a new nickname. The Strong and Deadly Eagle sounded like a pretty good bet. And there's more to that story. Brighton used Palace's nickname to inspire their own. Ooh, bird, they thought. Let's just pick a different one for us. And so, in a heated match between the two teams back in 1976, when Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," Brighton fans had the perfect reply. "Seagulls, seagulls." So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. The last hour of Friday Night Show is in conjunction with our friends at TNT Sports, which is why we've got the superstars Julien Laurens in the studio. Before the break, I asked the question, which club has been relegated from the Premier League the most times?
Well, now I hope it is.
Yeah, you are right.
Oh, Norwich.
Yeah, I was going to say Norwich.
6 times. I'll give you 10 points if you can tell me the 6 years without making one mistake.
Well, I know Farker's responsible for Cutler.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2 under Farker.
Yeah, 2. Cutler.
You say? Oh, the manager, right?
Yeah.
Careful. I can get away with that one.
So Daniel Farker's one.
Yeah, but I need the years.
Okay, year would have been 2021.
Yeah. Just give me the final year. So the year that May was.
2021.
2022.
And the... Hold on. And then 2023?
2020.
Yeah, 2020 first, yeah. So back to kind of...
And then the years ended in May, 16, 14, 5 and 95, would you believe?
Wow.
Follow us at 7 Adobe Depot, host Thank Football. It's Friday. He's got Roy Jennings alongside him. Remember that you can hear every single session of the PDC World Darts Championship this year by simply downloading the talkSPORT app. But now we can look ahead to a game which is live on TNT Sports and talkSPORT tomorrow. That sees league leaders Arsenal host bottom side Wolves at 8 p.m. Wolves rock bottom, just 2 points from 15 games. I mean, it's going to be a cricket score, isn't it? Arsenal go into the weekend 2 points clear at the top. Mikel Arteta, he's been springing ahead of this one. He was asked if his side is getting enough credit this season.
I don't know, but that's not for me to judge. At the end, we are in a very strong position in the 3 competitions that we've been involved so far, and that's what we have to continue to do. At the end, the credit has to come at the end of the season. That's what we're going to measure what we've done. But in order to achieve that, you have to be achieving every single day the objectives that you want. And so far, I think we are in a really strong position.
Just found out that Julien Laurens' team's also Arsenal. Can't wait for this chat. Is he a world-class manager, Mikel Arteta?
Yeah, for me, yeah. I mean, world class might be strong because he hasn't won anything apart from the FA Cup. So
not his team.
I think.
Sorry, Julian.
Wasn't his team?
Look, listen to this rubbish. I have to do with.
Was it his team or was it? Who knows his team? But go on, carry on.
I don't know what it says.
I don't want to be pedantic, but it wasn't his team. Yeah.
I mean, I watched United in midweek in Europe.
Oh my God!
Oh, Julian.
No, but I mean, you were watching the darts anyway. Who needs European football?
I was watching. I wasn't playing the darts. Watching the darts. Dear, oh dear. Okay, let me ask you this question. Serious question.
Yeah.
We were talking about Xabi Alonso struggling at Real Madrid. If he got the sack, would Arteta's name be in the conversation? Do you think?
So I would say yes for the level that he's at a manager, but then you would take the same profile of manager than Xabi Alonso, who you have sacked because it was not working, and you bring Arteta in. So I think if they sack Alonso, is to go to a different direction, more towards the kind of Carlo Ancelotti profile, which is not Mikel. Mikel is like Xabi Alonso. They're twins when you think about structure, organization, all that kind of stuff in that sense. So I think he would be on the if he ever leaves Arsenal, he would be on the radar of top clubs like a Barcelona, for example, where he obviously played before, like a PSG where he played before as well. I think he's that good. He will win trophies at some point. I don't know if it would be this season with Arsenal or later or whatever, but I think he's that good.
Will he win trophies with Arsenal this season? Top of the Premier League, 100% record in the Champions League as well. Are you surprised how good Arsenal have been this season?
No, personally, I haven't. You've seen the progress since, especially in the last 3 years. And I know they came close in the league and second is not good enough. I get that. But you've seen how he's developed players individually, how collectively this team has gone to this level, to reach this level, because they're a machine. I mean, what he wants of them, and maybe sometimes he's a little bit even too demanding, I think, in what he wants from them on a daily basis, on an hour basis even. But he's that kind of manager. He just has his eyes on everything of what they do at the training ground in games. I think the only thing that can maybe stop them is injuries, again, which is the same for everyone, not just Arsenal. But because they have a bit of history there from the last few seasons and from the start of this season, I think that's the only thing for me that could derail that machine.
Let me ask you then, because a lot's been made of Victor Gyökeres. I like him, and I know he will come good. But there is a concern that when Havertz comes back, Havertz is more suited to play in this Arsenal team. Where do you stand on that? Because I want it to work for Gyökeres, I really do.
Yeah, I think it will work. I think it depends on the opposition, and I think that's the approach that Arteta will take. So Merino, Havertz, especially as a 9, will drop a lot. So if you play against a really low block, there's no space to run in behind, and that's not Merino or Havertz's game. They're good for you. And I think Merino is such an underrated player. He's so smart, one of the smartest players in the Premier League. If you need the physicality and the kind of running and the relentless of Gyökeres in some games, he'll be perfect for that. He might not get 40 goals a season, he might just get 15 or 20, but he will do so many other things that help this team around, for Saka to score, for Martinelli, for Trossard to score. People have talked about how good Trossard has been this season. He's been that good because Gyökeres has helped him massively develop that side of his game of goal scoring. If Havertz had been the number 9, Trossard wouldn't have had the start of the season that he's had, I think.
Let me ask you this. Name your front 6 when everyone's fit.
Front 6?
Yeah. So back 5 when everyone's fit picks itself, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking that because I'm curious as to who you put in the 10 and who you put either side.
So I still keep Odegaard there. So Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard, for me, that midfield is incredible. Just complement each other so well. The way they play with each other. I think Zubimendi has been a great addition to this team. Then Saka, obviously.
Do you think Zubimendi's better than Partey was in that role?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The reading of the game, and I know Zubimendi is not as strong maybe physically than Partey was, or other number 6 is, or even Rice himself, but his understanding of the game and reading of the game is world class. I don't think there's many players. You see all his interceptions, the way he reads the game, his awareness on where the ball is going to go. He's incredible.
Okay.
Him and Rice just pair so well together. Odegaard, I think he's still very creative, and I know last season was not good, but I still think he's there. I'll put Eze on the left. And I have him coming inside a lot and having a bit of that freedom, because I think Calafiori as a left back brings so much to this team in all the kind of freedom that he has, that Arteta has given him. And then Gyökeres as a 9 or Havertz. I don't mind even rotation between them two.
Do you think, because Bennett and I were talking about this the other day about England, and Noni Madueke, he's been in fine form. That goal he scored midweek was fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you think he starts over Saka for England?
No.
You don't?
No. I think Saka for me, he's world class. And Madueke is not world-class yet at the level of Saka, but he's a very good player to have in your squad. He can start, he can come off the bench with the same impact on the game. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. I think he's got everything, but Saka for me is still above him.
What do you think that the one thing is? Because Andy's asked me this question before, and the only thing I can think of when he says, because Arsenal for me right now are the informed team, they look brilliant in the Champions League, they look good in the Premier League. He said to me before, what's the one thing that could derail Arsenal this season from winning either the Champions League or the league? And I said pressure. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure about this pressure. I don't believe in that kind of thing. I think they've learned a lot from the last 2 seasons where they came so close and they were so disappointed. Some of the boys were just like, how have we not won this? And I think more than the pressure is the hunger that they've had. And Mikel is so good for that. And I know it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but he thinks outside of the box a lot. In team meetings, in how to prepare a game. He would come up with some ideas to get all those players connected, aware, switched on at all time. He's got all these things, all these great ideas, which I think are great. And I think this is more than the pressure. This is, for me, it's only injuries that could derail them. Okay. I don't believe in pressure. 2
questions with yes or no, and then I need a score prediction. Will Arsenal win the Premier League?
Yes.
Will they win the Champions League?
No.
What will the score be tomorrow?
3-0.
DB?
Can you ask me a question?
Are you on the same three?
Yeah.
Will Arsenal with the Prem?
Yes.
Champions League?
Yes.
What will the score be tomorrow?
5-0.
Okay. Just for the record, I hope you win nothing. A reminder that Arsenal against Wolves is live on TNT Sports tomorrow evening. Kicks off at 8 p.m.
You don't want me to come in if Arsenal have won the double.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I won't be coming in. I won't be coming in. I'll be swapping with Paul Ross for a year. Right, let's go back to what we were talking about at the top of the show. I'd love to get your view on this, Julien. That is the fact that fans hoping to attend next year's World Cup final face paying thousands of pounds for even the cheapest ticket. So just to remind you, the cheapest one you can get if you're an England fan, England get to the final, will be 3,119. These are, by the way, these are not on the black market.
No, yeah,
if you go to the website and you want to buy a ticket and you're lucky enough to even have a chance of getting one. Now, we heard a lot of callers saying that they felt it was absolute outrage that this was the price. I would imagine every English football fan thinks exactly the same. Is it the same across Europe with regards to pricing and the feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think the mentality in the US is very different. You were at the draw together, you spend a week there, you've been to the US many times before. Their mentality around tickets is different. The tickets for the Super Bowl are super expensive, far more than the Champions League final here in Europe, for example, when you could compare being kind of a bit the same if you want. So the Americans are used to spending a lot of money to go to those events, NBA finals, Super Bowl finals, everything you want.
Even their pay-per-view boxing is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Far more. Yeah, absolutely. So this is their mentality. However, I think you also need to read the room. If you are the organizer, if you are FIFA, if you are Donald Trump, if you are all those people, because it's very different for us in Europe, and in France it's even different than you here in England because you're passionate here. So you will take 50,000, 70,000 fans in the US, regardless. A lot of them might not have tickets. A lot of them are ready to spend that money. Others are not. In France, it's very different. We love football, but we're not as passionate as you are. So on top of that, if those prices are that high, French people won't go. You would have 2,000, maybe 5 at best. But that's it, because...
So you think games will look half empty then on the telly in the stadium? Or the French won't go, but they'll still be sold to other football fans?
I think what might happen is what we saw at the Club World Cup. Those dynamic pricing, so the prices are really high. But then when nobody has bought them the day before the game, then they can start being down because they can't have empty stadiums there. And at that price, I'm not sure... You sell out all those games. Like, who's going to go to some of the smaller sides if the ticket starts at $500? Nobody.
No, so I could see I think as Julien was saying there, I think with Americans, because they love their sports, I think you're going to find a lot at the stadiums, neutral fans.
Yeah.
Because for certain nations, it's so expensive to go and buy a ticket. You're going to get people that are going, do you know what? Rock up on the day. I really want to go and watch the World Cup. And they might not support either of the countries, but just go just to watch it. So I think they will fill the stadiums. But you're going to get a lot of neutral fans as opposed to English fans or French fans or Panama fans. Do you know what I mean?
And if it was just the tickets, but everything would be expensive. The prices for hotel rooms already for the England fans that have been looking are outrageous. They put all the prices up. Flights already up. Okay. So if it was just the tickets and the rest was affordable, you could say, okay, I do the sacrifice, I'll go. But everything would be so expensive.
Let me ask you this, because we were chatting about this and so much more this morning at the top of the show. Ben is an Arsenal fan, you're an Arsenal fan. He would rather see Arsenal in the Champions League final than England in a World Cup final. You got France.
Yeah, but he's different because France has got so many a World Cup.
I know.
Yeah.
So you've been to see France.
Yeah. I wish you could have shared my experience.
And Andy was there, 66.
But
I was a ball boy.
You were there.
Both of you watch it. What if you had the opportunity this season to go and watch Arsenal win their first Champions League ever, or France win another World Cup? What would you choose?
I gotta go for Arsenal and Champions League. Like I was there for the PSG winning the Champions League, and I was 2 of our 3 children were there. It was my cousins were there, my best friend. It was the best thing ever, really best thing ever.
Which one was? Sorry, what was
the PSG Champions League final in Munich against Inter Milan? That was incredible. But the World Cup final in 2018 was great. 2022 obviously not so good because of what happened, but 2018 was great. But I think it's also who you share it with, who you go with, all that kind of stuff. If you're there for work or if you can enjoy it. But yeah, I will take Arsenal in the Champions League.
I find that amazing.
Sorry, have you been to the last 2 World Cup finals?
Yeah. Oh, and the one in 06 as well. Because, France have reached 4 of the last 7 World Cup finals.
We're well aware of this.
No, I'm just saying.
We're well aware of this,
we won 2 of those 4. I'm just saying.
You're getting on so well, right? No. 3/4 of the show. What a great guest. Now it's like, I never want to see him again.
You asked the question, answer.
You didn't have to answer, all right? More from Julien right after this, live on talkSPORT.
And welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it! We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How did you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
That was awful, isn't it? The timing of that. Welcome back to the last part of Friday Night Live, TNT Sports and talkSPORT Hour. We just eat. Right now, there are millions of prizes to be won, from Champions League final tickets to £1,000 cash when you place an order on the app. 18+ terms apply. It is me, Andy Goldstein, 100 Club member Darren Bent, and our friend for the evening, French football superstar, TNT Sports
Legend. Thank you.
Legend Julien Laurens, although he was before he started mouthing off about Arsenal, mate. A reminder, following us at 7, Adi Oladipo. It's Thank Football. It's Friday. He's got Roy Jennings alongside him. Make sure, of course, you remember that on talkSPORT 2, at the same time, you're going to hear West Brom against Sheffield United, that one in the Championship. In fact, the team used for that is in now. Joe Shannon has all the details. Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Andy. 3 changes for West Brom, whose manager Ryan Mason is under pressure tonight after the midweek defeat away at Southampton. Campbell, Malumbi and Johnston in for Mepham, Mowat and Illing Jr. And for Sheffield United, there are 6 changes to the side that were held to a 1-1 draw by Norwich on Tuesday. McGuinness, Riedewald, Harmer, Brooks, Campbell and Bamford all come in for Chris Wilder's team, who are 6 unbeaten. It's live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. West Brom against Sheffield United.
Thanks, Joe. Right, time now for this.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
It is tight and tense.
We're flying and our fists are punching.
DB versus TNT.
Drama on talkSPORT, just when you think you've seen it all.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you as well, Joe. This is our feature, DBV TNT Sports, where each week on Friday Night Live, Premier League 100 Club member Darren Bent has been pitting himself against our special studio guest from TNT Sports. This week, of course, we've got the superstar that is Julien Laurens. Now, every Friday, they'll be predicting some of the biggest games from the weekend. If they correctly predict the result, they'll be given a point. If they get the score in the game bang on, they'll earn a massive 3 points. We'll be tallying up the scores throughout the season with TNT Sports expert pundits working together to beat our very own DB. Fingers crossed. Now, when we played this a couple of weeks, I think it was last week.
No, it was in America last week.
Oh, we didn't do it then?
No.
Hugo Monye scored a massive 0.
Wow.
He couldn't have got any worse for him. 0 points for Hugo Monye. Stick to rugby. Meanwhile, Danny Murphy stood in for DB and got 2 scores bang on. Wow. That's incredible. To add an incredible 6 points to Darren Bent's score. Annoyingly, that means the score currently is DB 38, TNT 27.
Well, 32 it should be really, because, you know.
I think 32, 5-point gap.
Why 32?
Because Danny Murphy got 6, you said. It's not DB. It's not DB. It was
Julian,
DM.
It's the first sensible thing you've said. 32, 27, all right? Can we change that in the back? It's our game. We do what we want. Right, Julien and Darren, you've got, it says here 30 seconds. Give it as long as you want. We've got about 4 minutes on this. So the games are, have you written your scores down?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Tomorrow at 8 p.m, not so sure I'm a fan of Saturday night kickoffs, but either way, we've got one 8 p.m, Arsenal against Wolves, a game that's live on TNT Sports and, of course, talkSPORT. Julien, you are the guest. What are you thinking?
Yeah, 3-0, like I said earlier. I think 3.
Okay. It's that simple. You just gone straight into it.
Yeah.
Wolves are awful at the moment, aren't they?
They are only one of two teams in the big 5 leagues who haven't won. Fiorentina is the other one in the league. Everybody else has at least one win, apart from Wolves and Fiorentina. They've been so bad.
It won't be coming.
That's why it's the big bucks.
Although they were 1-1 against United.
You know what? I think 38's better than. Let's put it back to 37, shall we? 37-27. There you go. Cost yourself 5 points. Benny, what are you going for?
5-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to put you down as another 10 points.
I just think that Wolves, what I saw against Man United, although they were made to look good the second part of the first half, Arsenal, I just think 5-0 after the 3-0 at Club Brugge. Back home, 5-0.
Sunday at 2 o'clock, Sunderland against Newcastle. Julien, I'll come back to you. Big game, difficult to predict. And Sunderland, of course, above Newcastle in the Prem.
Yeah, Sunderland really good at home, obviously, still unbeaten there. I went for 1-1. I think it's a draw, yeah. Newcastle away from home, not great.
DB?
Yeah, I've gone 1-1. I've got it written down as well. These games are quite tight. They always are tight.
Yeah.
Obviously, they weren't when I played.
But let's spend a bit of time talking about the final one here. Sunday at 2 o'clock. I think this is a fascinating game. Such a tough one to predict. Crystal Palace flying high against Man City. Julien?
I went for a City win, 2-1.
Okay.
I just think Palace are tired. I don't think they have the squad to play every Thursday, Sunday, like Glasner said after the United game, the United defeat the other day. I think you look at Mateta is shattered. They've lost Sarr to injury. They've lost Munoz to injury. I think the impact of the Munoz injury is massive for them, probably even more attacking-wise than defensively. And I don't think it'd be the same for them. So yeah, I went for City 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
I'm going Palace. I had written down 3-1. But then Julien made me change a little bit. So I've gone 2-1, Crystal Palace. I think they'll find something from somewhere.
Wow.
I think Mateta will be back. It was a doubt with a slight knock, unless Julien knows.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
Okay. But I think they'll win 2-1.
Julien, let me ask you about Ryan Shirky. City got him on the cheap from Lyon over the summer. I mean, you, me, Benny and producer Joe were talking about just how naturally gifted he is.
Incredible.
He's up there with some of the best on the planet, right? I'm not overdoing it with
No, absolutely not. I mean, somebody who takes corners with his right foot on one side to be in swinger, and then the other side with his left foot to be in swinger as well. He's just with the same qualities. Is remarkable. Obviously, the Rabona assist for Foden last week was special, even if Pep didn't really like it, and that's one for another time. If you allow your players to be that creative, as long as it works, but when it doesn't work, you're not happy. I get that. But to give you some of the mindset of Ryan is he could have crossed that ball with his left foot because he's as good as with his right foot after the little hook. But he went, I'm such an instinct. It's all about instinct with him. And I think he's going to get better with Guardiola structuring his game a little bit. But that kind of like street football will always be in him.
The Rabona is ridiculous, isn't it?
Exactly. The nutmeg. There's one nutmeg on Rudiger on Wednesday night that is outrageous. Even Rudiger is still looking for the ball. This is just what he does. He's good. He sees the game in a different way, and he says it's not about assist and goals for him or stats. It's just about playing that way, like if he was in his council estate in Lyon.
I've got to ask you about Mateta as well. Obviously, hopefully he comes back for this game. Got himself a French call-up not that long ago, his first one, I think. Will he be in the World Cup squad, do you think? Is he playing well enough?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of competition. Colomwani, Deschamps loves him at Spurs. So I think there's a space there for one of them too, because there's so much attacking talent in this French team. But I'm so happy for Jean-Philippe because his career has gone through a different, difficult type. It's not the usual trajectory that you could have when you go to an academy, make your debut as 18, etc., etc. And even at Palace at the beginning, they didn't really fancy him. It was, a lot of fans didn't want him there. And the way he's reached that top, I think is credit to him because he's been outstanding.
But you've been outstanding. Well, my only problem with what's happened over the last hour is the fact the hour's gone a little bit too quick because it's been a real pleasure having you in the studio. Will you promise me you'll come back?
Anytime.
We seem to have Ugo Monye every single week. Let's dump Ugo for a couple of weeks. We love Ugo, but you've been brilliant.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Betty, that's all we've got time for. Good work, Sunshine. We'll be back on Monday at 4 o'clock for more of the same. Have a great weekend. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.